Every day, public servants face growing demands, and they're doing it with the same resources, the same hours, and the same commitment to serving Idahoans. Across Idaho state agencies, one idea keeps surfacing. Artificial intelligence isn't about replacing people who make government work. It's about giving them tools that help them meet those rising needs faster, smarter, more effectively. This is how agencies across our state are beginning to transform their workflows, support their teams, and deliver better service to the citizens who count on us.
What we did is we looked at, so we have the case management system that we use for child welfare. And that case management system has a lot of detailed records about cases from the past. And we wanted to be able to understand a lot better how we can use the information that's in there. A lot of it's in unstructured data because it's case notes and things like that. That's pretty hard to do things like query or analyze. We had about 52 indicators that we wanted to be able to find in about 2,000 cases. And so we sent some folks to be able to go dig through the case records and find out where that stuff lived, if that information was in the cases accessible, where it was and what kind of documents. And it was taking people about 4.5 hours per case to be able to find all 52 indicators. It takes a long time to dig through the files and see that those were there in past cases. We wanted to be able to have our workers look at those kind of indicators and say, okay, maybe this case has really high number of early reunification indicators. So we can probably get these kids to move along and get home a little quicker. The results are almost immediate for the people using the tool. So yeah, it takes about 30 minutes to process all 2,000 cases.
I think the other one that I think is really exciting is our administrative license suspension notice of suspension. We call it ALS-NOS. And it's a document intelligence where we get out-of-state convictions and we run them through a scanner. The AI takes the information, lifts it off the page, if you will, puts it into a form, and then it gives us a scoring of how accurate each field is. And so now the agent, instead of keying in multiple documents, talking about 1,000 hours a year at minimum, now the AI is doing that for us, and it only requires the human to look at the elements that may not be 100% accurate, and the AI is saying, hey, we need a human intelligence to look at this.
This is also the first one where we have an end-to-end. So this is actually it's pulling the data out, then it's sending it to our GEM system, which is our CRM system. So this was a very manual. So even when they had the packets, they had to create the suspension in GEM. The AI tool works with our GEM system and creates those suspensions.
The results are clear. AI can make our systems faster and our services better. But its greatest value is what it gives back to employees. At the end of the day, AI is not replacing our teams, it's supporting them.
It's really the human loop idea, right? So we want to make sure that regardless of what you're asking it to do, that there's a human, either in the beginning, middle, or end, or all three spots. You're making sure that it's answering the question that you've asked it to answer, and that's where the human experience becomes critical.
Empowering employees is only one part of Idaho's AI journey. Equally important is earning and keeping the trust of the people we serve.
We are planning to take a very cautious approach in making sure that we have the right protections, the right policies in place. We already are required as the Department of Health and Welfare to follow a number of federal and state data requirements to protect individuals' information. And so this is another layer on top of that is how I think about it.
With trust at the center, Idaho is ready for what's next. As agencies continue to pilot, learn, and innovate together, the possibilities only grow.
If the leaders of the state of Idaho don't take these initiatives, your staff are going to take it on their own because they're looking for ways to provide better services quicker for Idahoans. So allow them that creativity and support them with that, and then make that your strategic principle.
AI is here. It's here to stay. I think that the worst thing that we can do is ignore it and duck our heads in the sand and say, it's not here, let's just keep plugging along. Because it is. It's front and center. Our workforce coming up right now, right? Kids in school, they're using AI in school, they're using AI in college. I think we need to start thinking about how it is just part of our everyday life.